Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Well, as the thumbnail said, this video is all about how much money do Pattaya girls make. Now, we're actually going to walk down this very well-known street, down to the beach road, turn left, go along, and then I'll just show you the new market extension, which is nearly finished, and then we'll continue down Beach Road while we have a chat. And the chat, basically, the reason I know all this stuff is not only because I've been here like 20 years or something, but also, as some of you will know, I have a very close friend who is a hairdresser. Let me just show you. If you want to know how to read these Thai signs, get your phone out, open Google Translate. Bottom right it says camera. Just press the camera and point it at whatever it is, and it'll change it. And you change it to English. You see there the TAC said 11,000 baht for 10 days, and then you've got freelancers, which you saw there, and that was there's no wage, just to get 70 baht a drink. So like, if someone is, if a girl's taking someone, and they don't work in that bar, they can still take a guy in that bar and work as a freelancer. The guy has no idea until he gets the bill and it ends up a lady drink. Anyway, that's just a little extra thing. I'll just point two or three of those out down here about reading the sign and telling you how much they earn. I mean, this is a very basic earning here, what we're talking about. It's around about 1,000 baht a day, the very, very, very basic earnings. If you on this sort of street, a normal, well, it's a busy street, but you'll get the same on Macau and what have you. It's around about 1,000 baht a day that the girls earn, which is about $27 US. Now, if you go down to the main street where you walk, you know what I mean, the amount of money they make is 2.5 times more in some cases. See, you can do it again. See what he did? Just put the phone there. It tells you everything in English. You get accommodation and 16,000 baht and what have you. So you can read them if you just do that, if you're just wondering what they earn. But the point I'm making is that what I said before about my friend the hairdresser, most guys don't have access to the sort of information I have, because my hairdresser friend has been had a shop for like years and has hundreds of bar girl customers, and they all talk to her like a close friend and tell her everything. And I've known her 10 years, so she tells me everything and I tell you. And that's the way it works. Okay, so it's quite good that we can have this this little access to things you wouldn't normally know. Now, about the earnings, all these girls have 6 income streams. 6. Okay. Now, what I've just told you about, say, the 1,000 baht a day from the bar is the very first of 6. Okay. Now we're going to run through all the other ones as well, courtesy of my hairdresser friend. Well, obviously that there are some you know as well, which is drinks commissions. Now, they all get drinks commissions, and that can vary from the lowest is 50 baht a drink, which is, that's $1.30, up to 100 baht a drink in the dancing bars, which is obviously $2.60 for each single drink. And these girls regularly get anywhere between 10 and 20 drinks, regularly, every night. Some of them, I talk to them and I often ask, how many drinks did you get last night? And they'll say, oh, it was a quiet night, I only got 8 or 9 or something. But a busy night, they'll get 25 to 30 drinks. I mean, you get absolutely rat-legged, obviously. But anywhere in between there. So your average for a decent-looking girl is around 20 drinks. That's your average on a decent bar. So how much is that? 20 drinks times. These ones are talking about. Again, you got an average. Again, there's the price. You see, it averages around 1,000 baht a day. You see. So how much do they make? They make between, let's say, 75. Let's put it at 75 and work it from there, because that's halfway between the 50 and the 100. So we'll say 75 baht for a drink. Okay, so let's just work it out. So 75 baht is conveniently $2, $2. And they're getting many getting 20 drinks a night. So that's $40, which is on every day. So that is in addition to the 1,000 baht, which they had before, which was $27, wasn't it? So you've got your $27 a day for your wage, and then a good day, a decent day for drinks, drink commission is 40, around 40. You could say $35 for a decent, or 40, around that sort of price. So we're now up to 27 plus 40, say 67. Say, if you want to drop it down slightly, say 60, because maybe you don't get as many drinks sometimes. So we're on $60 so far, okay? That's 2 of the 6 income streams. We're up to $60 a day. And the next thing you have is bar fines. Now, what you may not have realized is that girls get a commission, a section, a proportion, or percentage, what do you want to call it, of the bar fine. Now, if the bar fine is, say, 500 baht, they'll get maybe 100 baht of it. If the bar fine is much more expensive, like you get down on the street where you walk, the dancing bars, they get twice that. They get 200 baht or more sometimes from the bar fine. Yeah, so they're getting a chunk of that. So let's see, what should we say? Well, it's around 200 baht. Around 200 baht, say, is $5. Well, let's just leave it at $5. That's up to $65 so far, aren't we? That's just the bar fine alone, which they will get on a regular basis whenever they do. So let's move on to the next income stream, which is tips, which they get all the time, regularly. So your average tip is 100 baht. And say a girl's we're sort of talking averages. Let's say a girl gets 20 drinks in a night. That might be 20 customers, it might be 10 customers, it might be less. But each customer often, very, very often, gives them a tip. And a 100 baht tip is not a lot for most people, and that's what they get. So, I mean, I know I've spoken to them, I know what they get. They regularly say they get 10 tips a night. It's, you're starting work at 8 and you work until 3. It's plenty of time to get 10 tips at 100 baht each. So that's, again, another 1,000 baht, which is another $27. So we have to add up 27 to 65, which is $92 a day. Now we move on to, there's 2 more big income streams. The rest were small. The next 2 are big. One which many girls have is sponsor money, which they call free money. That's their name for it. In Thai they call it free money, but in Thai obviously. But it's sponsor money. Now, I know girls, and also my hairdresser knows girls, who have got, say, 10,000 baht a month coming from 3 or 4 guys, or a couple of guys sending 15,000 baht a month, some guys sending 20, 30,000 baht a month. This is sponsor money. This is big money. This is free money. Many girls get that. If you ever say to them, have you got a sponsor? Always lie. They will always say, oh, no. But of course, I've got a back door, which is my hairdresser, and they tell my hairdresser when they have their hair done and they're chatting in Thai, obviously, and they think of her as a friend. They say, oh yes, this sponsor sent me this and this sponsor sent me that, and they tell the truth. And my hairdresser tells me the truth, and I tell you the truth. So that's the way it works, you see. If you try ever speaking to them normally, you'll never get any information out of them. Oh, by the way, do you remember I showed you a couple of weeks ago, the new market on Beach Road, and I said they were building a new one on the left side there. This is the new one. It's nearly finished. It's got all the chairs outside and tables and everything, and then it's where you can sit and eat. And then these are all the market stalls. When now they're finished, they've got the roofs on. Basically, they're just waiting for their customers to come and start to sell stuff. It's going to be a huge market this when it's finished. Anyway, I just thought I'd show you that and interrupt the chat just because it was worth it. Just beyond that, if you look. That's the one. That's already open, that market, and we already had a look at that. Anyway, let's carry on with what we're saying. So, we're up to sponsor money. Now that can be anything from 10,000 to 30,000 baht a month, easily. We're talking about the decent-looking girls here, not the fat ones, not the ugly ones, because they struggle. We're talking about decent-looking girls, which is the ones you're interested in. So, what shall we say? Shall we average it out from what my hairdresser tells me? Say, I don't know, 15,000. Let's say some girl has three sponsors, each sending 5, which is not a lot. That's a pretty low figure. Say 15,000 baht a month extra. Okay, so we have to add that on now. So that's actually $408 a month. So we need to divide that by 30 to get your daily figure. Go back to your daily figure, which is, say, $14 a day. Added T92. Okay. So you're now over 100, right? You're on to 106. Now we move on to ST and LT fees. And we're going to have to just average those out, because I know some girls do only ST, some do both, only LT and what have you. So you just average it out, okay? Now, the difference is, like these days, a lot of girls are on 3,000 ST, 5,000 LT. So we can say 4,000. Let's just call it 4,000 is your average, which it is today, especially if you're going to include the dancing bars, which is a lot, and they're higher quality. So say 4,000 baht each time, and they have to do a minimum with many bars, I'll go into this later, of 3 in every 10 days, at least 3 in any 10 days, and many will do more. Some, I spoke to one girl the other day, and she was she does it every day because she's building a house. So it depends on what they want the money for, but they can greatly increase their income if they want to, by just working harder, if you want to put it that way. So let's drop it back and take it to the minimum level, which is 3 in every 10 days, as to what the bars require them to do. I mean, some girls don't want to do it in the bar by themselves, but we'll go into that later. But minimum is say 3 in a 10-day period. Okay. So say 4,000 baht each time. 3 in it. So let's just work it out. That's 4,000 baht times 3 for the 10-day period, times 3 again for the month. If you want to work it on a monthly basis and then work it back, it might be easier. Okay, let's do that. So we've got 4,000 baht times 3, and then times that by 3 again for the month. Then divide by 30 to get the daily figure, and you get 1,200 baht a day, which is $32. Now add that to your 106, and you've got $138 a day. Okay, so multiply that by 30, you've got $4,140 a month, tax-free, of course. And let's say we multiply that by 12, and you end up with pretty damn near $50,000 a year as a wage. That's what they're earning, tax-free. Now you would normally have 25, 30, maybe more, 35% out of that. You have a big chunk of that taken out in tax. They don't have 1 penny taken out in tax, not 1 single penny. They pay no tax whatsoever. So you've got this is the sort of figure. You got $50,000, not baht, dollars a year. Compare that to your own wage. I'm not sure what you earn, but compare it to your own wage, and then think about when the girls say on the message, on the line message, like you're at home, and they say, "Oh, I haven't got money to eat. I don't have any money to eat, and I can't really afford the rent. It's 4,000 baht. I haven't got it." And you look at the fact that now, because of this video, the better looking ones are making $50,000 a year tax free, which is probably more than many guys who are coming here make. So don't believe the BS. Don't believe it. When they say I've got no money, do not believe it, okay? They've got more money than most of the people who come. Obviously, a lot of you guys are rich, but there's a lot of guys who are not rich. They're just normal guys on a normal wage, and they're not making $50,000 a year tax-free. They're not. The girls are making more than they're making, So you got to think about that. I mean, one of the funny things that the hairdresser told me was about free money. Free money. I got some girls who come and say they've got free money today. I say, what do you mean? She said, well, like they go to Western Union and pick up some money from some white knight who sent them a load of money. It's like 10,000 baht. And this happened the other day. The hairdresser told me, and this girl came in. She had 10,000 baht in her hand. She'd just got from Western Union, and because she'd complained she had no money for rent and food and everything. And the hairdresser said, "What are you going to do with the 10,000 baht? You're going to send it to your mother to take care of your baby because she had a baby and pay for the house?" She said, No. I'm bar finding 3 of my friends, and we're all going to a bar host. Blow the whole 10,000 baht on a great night out with 4 mates, well, her and 3 mates. That's what she did. So when you hear all this crap about I've got no money, absolutely don't believe it for a second. It's all BS. It really is. These girls can make money like really very, very easily. Very easily. They have plenty of money. Okay, there's one girl I know who's building a house, genuinely building a house, and she's currently working and trying to bar find as much as possible because she wants the money to the house. Fine, okay, that I understand, and it's a very good thing to do for the family, but other ones will just blow it all. And they really do. They really go out and have a good time, especially with bar hosts, and take their mates to do. Let me just show you a sign I saw outside. I took a picture of it outside a dancing bar on the street where you walk, just down here. Now this gives you an idea of the higher income bracket. Now we're talking about 1,000 baht a day for basic girls' earnings. Yes, that's just a basic wage. Now look at this picture, and I'll explain it to you as we go. Look at this. Now if you look at the top figure, the highest figure is 25,000 baht for a 10-day period. Just cut it by 10, divided by 10. That's 25,000 baht is $680. So divide it by 10, $68 a day. As opposed to the normal girl doing 1,000 baht, which is like $27 a day. So it's $68 a day, in addition to all the other 5 sources of income. So, you need to understand what is happening here. You really do not be fooled by these girls saying I've no money. Absolutely do not be fooled by it, please. Another thing which is happening more is free tack. You saw it on there. And also, when I was talking to my hairdresser the other day, she said just down the road on a corner on Bacau, there's a new bar that's just opened, or just opening. And it's got a lot of very good-looking girls, which is unusual. But she's made the offer of of working like freelance. So the girls are and instead of and they're paying the same money, but working freelance in the sense that they don't have to do 3 bar fines every 10-day tag. That's 9 a month. They don't have to do that, and that alone has attracted some of the more attractive girls because they don't want to bar fine. So in effect, what she's doing, the manager or the owner of the bar, is saying it's okay to be a drink queen. That's what she's saying. If you think about it, you don't have to bar fine. Come work for me, you don't have to bar fine. You'll still get your wage. And that's also what the free tax means. It means you don't have to bar fine, but you get a lower wage. But with this lady who's working in this new bar, or the owner of the new bar, she's saying, come work for me and you don't have to bar fine. Good for her. And I mean, when I spoke to the hairdresser said, "Oh, the girls can just do drinks, just get drinks, and have fun and everything, and just play around and get drinks." And I thought, well, hang on, I'm looking at this from a different angle. She's looking at it from the girls' point of view. I'm looking at it from the customer's point of view, or your point of view, and thinking, this is not good. You don't want this. Anyway, I'm just trying to tell you everything I can to try to get all this information to you so you know what's going on. Anyway, what else have we got to talk about with regard to what they're the only other thing was I was amused by the way the girls refer to sponsor money as free money, and when they say free, it has no value. That's why they blow it. They'll go on a spending spree in 21 or Central or something, or they'll take all the mates out or whatever. But it's free money is the way they refer to it. I thought it was funny. Anyway, okay guys, I just wanted to make sure you understood the score, while we're here, let me just show you one thing. I'm just wondering how much these little trips are, like the tours to Kolan and day trips and the banana boat and the parachute. There's the price. If you see that. Okay, I just thought I'd show you that. I passed it and I thought, oh yeah, well, why not show you? Anyway, guys, we'll wrap it up there, shall we? I just wanted you to know everything. Okay? So, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, like, share, ring the bell. And just check you are still subscribed, because they are unsubscribing quite a bit with Pattaya channel. And thank you very much for watching, and please have a look at Patreon as well. Okay guys, thank you very much. See you on the next video.